good with the title change. Let me just double check. I should be live if I can. Here it is. Making crosshairs. Where's the title? Is there no title? Why does it still say Sea of Thieves? Hold on. Why does my Twitch title still say Sea of Thieves? I haven't been playing Sea of Thieves for the past few hours. I'm pretty sure my YouTube changed at least, right? Yeah, it says Sea of Thieves. No. All right. So there we go. It's changed. It's all good. And then YouTube. How does YouTube look? That's the wrong fucking title. There. All right. So I think we just go from left to right, top to bottom through each category. So for Diva. Nope, that's wrong. All right. So, Diva. What crosshair would fit Diva? Probably something pink. Let's go with a pink base. A heart. Makes sense. Should we go for... Actually, I think a box would be better. A box with a 45-degree rotation. Don't scale with resolution. Dot size as large as possible. Make that a bit thicker. Set this back to 45. Let's make the center gap a bit wider as well. I should probably bring this into the practice range just so I can actually see them. Now, can I make a crosshair for both a Diva and Baby Diva? So that's actually pretty good for basic Diva, but then for Baby Diva, the problem is that for Baby Diva, can I make it different for Baby Diva? What if I... Scale with resolution? No. That doesn't change anything. Oh, wait. Vision can. So if I make that for vision cannons, can I change the one for each one? Then the one for light gun. Oh my god, I can make them different. Okay. Then I just change the center gap and make that smaller. Like that. And when we go back, then we go smaller. Very nice. Alright, I think I also want to make it, for the light gun, make it thinner. Close the center gap just a tad bit more. About there. About there should do. I make it a cross? A ring? Keep it as a heart. Yes. That's good. Alright. So the next hero is Domina.
The perfect world is shaped by my hand. Crystalline perfection.
I guess the only one you really need a crosshair for is actually the beam. That should be fairly simple. Something to match the laser. So definitely light blue. Cyan. Here we go. Cyan. Actually, I think if we go with fall off. No, not fall off. This one, the tri-wing. We make it the tri-wing. We make this a ring. Make it invisible. We rotate this 180. The center gap, non-existent. Crosshair length there. Because that lines up almost perfectly. Let's make that 6.0. Yeah. And 1.3. Yes. That should be good. Because then the circle lines up.
Come on, this is brilliant.
Actually, what if we do add the ring back in? No, because that displaces it, but that still looks decent. The problem is that it's not perfect, which does kind of peeve me off, but it's not like we can make it much better. The triangle is actually the best option. If we increase the thickness to about there, now there's no holes in the center, but the holes in the center were good. I like it. Just let it be imperfect. Just let it be imperfect. If anything, it kind of looks like a symmetric turret, so that works. Actually, maybe no, that should be good. Next, that was actually pretty fast. I already have one for Doomfist because the one I have for Doomfist, right here, it has the center and it has about the distance required to hit punches. The best I can really do is change the color to match him a bit more, which would probably be red. So change that to red. Maybe make it a bit thicker. Hey, Iconic. Make this thicker. Give it some up. Keep the center gap as it was. Maybe lessen the opacity? That could be good. Yeah. That's good for Doomfist. Next is Hazard. I don't play Hazard. I have no idea. He has the shotgun here, so a square would be good for that. So get a square. Yeah, he needs a square. That's what he needs. So we're going to go with purple. Get the box. Or square, yeah. Because then I believe we can change the... I'm pretty sure we can change the size of the sides. Try with the box instead. I didn't even know you can mess with the crosshairs in this game. Oh yeah, it has a very nice crosshair type stuff that you can use. No. So then is that? Yeah, that's the spread of the weapon. If I go back here, and here. I would say that's accurate.
I'm not a scratch on you. Try me. Yeah, I'm a fire
Double.
That's accurate. And then just that last little touch. Make this a square as well, just to match with it. All right, next is Junker Queen. Junker Queen is a hero I actually somewhat know how to play. So the main thing with her is her shotgun and her knife. So I'm thinking for her... Okay. We're gonna want a straight up and down line for her knife, and then the radius for her shotgun. So it goes out to about there. So honestly, light yellow might work for her, or brown. Go with gray. Gray. Get a this has the line I want for the up and down. Then when you set this to 90, because then it has the knife right there. But then the only problem I have with that is that the actual dot itself won't match the... It won't match, so... I guess this is about the best you're gonna get. I won't be able to get the entire width of... Actually... It's actually pretty good. The top and down give you about what the width of it is. Yeah, that should work. I'm going through these a lot faster than I thought I would, but I still have a lot of characters left. Mauga. Mauga should be pretty simple. Really simple, actually. He just shoots guns. One for the accurate, one for the inaccurate. That's pretty much all it needs. So the accurate, that center dot works. Then the inaccurate is the radius around the center dot. So, gonna go with the circle here. And we're just gonna change the center gap until it works. I think about 50. No, a bit wider than that. Maybe 70. Yep. So that's about the range you can use both. And then out here, you can't use both, as you can tell, because, you know, you're not going to hit all of them, so you go with the center. Of course, I never actually play him, so that's going to be basically useless. And then the color for him, I think, if I look at his original skin, if I can, please. Honestly, orange. Orange for him would work. orange. Alright. Next is Orisa, which is good. I already chose her. So Orisa is pretty simple. Actually, I think, yeah, just the circle should work. Maybe make it a bit bigger, but, you know, all of her stuff is pretty dead center. Really accurate, dead center. No real reason. Actually, let's just go with the circle. Remove the dot. And that's about it. Yeah.
I will strike you all down.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. Maybe add a tiny bit in the center right there. So if you really want it, you can aim well, but there's no real need for it. And then for her, we're going to make it green because Orisa's green. There we go. Next hero, Ramatra. Ramatra should be fairly simple. It's just two, his base form and his punch form. In fact, it might be possible to customize both separately. And if it is, I'm going to be very happy. Yep. So there's a way to customize both. We're going to make this purple. So just make the dot a bit larger. So we go with circle. Get rid of the dot. About the same as Orisa. Change the center gap for him though. Make it a bit smaller. Make the thickness a bit more. And then there we go. That's good for him. And then we go with the Nemesis form. Honestly, just the entire area of that circle right there should work, but let's make it purple. Let's make it a circle. And then let's make it a big circle. And that's about it. Then we just remove. Thicker. Give it a bit of an outline, maybe. Yep. That works.
An efficient tactic, that.
Remove the outline, though. The outline, not so much. Then Reinhardt. I already have my Reinhardt crosshair, which is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Because it fits with the girly pop theme I have going with him, as you can see. It's mostly used for fire strikes. Actually, that's probably what I could make the crosshair for, fire strikes, because they kind of angle like that. Just a tad. So, what I could do is I go with Reinhardt. I make it a line. I rotate it to about there. I make this thinner. And that should be good. Yep. And we just turn up the opacity. Then Roadhog. Roadhog is... So his is the hook and the shotgun. His shotgun has a large radius. To the point where Like, it might not even be worth. It's probably worth making it for the focus shot as opposed to the wide shot. So just a fat circle in there. But then also, I want something for the hook, because the hook itself. Did I just? Okay. I didn't just. Okay, they're all still there. Cool. For his hook, I want it to be a line. Then let's give him. He's Roadhog. I think brown should work. No. Red for him as well. Yeah. Make it a bit thicker. Crosshair length is smaller. Center gap. And then that should hook, right? Then we just test it. Alright, that's a bit too wide then. Yep. So just remove the center gap actually, and that might be good. Make this a square? Ooh, no. That should be good, right? Yep. That's also the width of his long shot. So the width of his accurate fire is the same as the width for his hook. So that makes life easier. That was close. Next is Sigma. And then I will be right back. Some of these, I've thought about making a bit weirder. I think I might do that with him. Because, you know, you can't really miss with him, but... Can I make it look like a rock? Probably not, right? Go with a tri-wing. Rotate it. Like that. That way those are there. Make the ring a heart? No. A cross. And then boom. You have the weirdest crosshair known to man. But it actually probably works. Can I? There we go. So center for the orbs. Rock. Seems a bit accurate. That should work. I want people to question why I made this one. That's what I want. I want them to be so baffled by this crosshair that they just stand there and wonder what I could have done to get me to this point. But actually, that might be accurate for the rock. Yep. The crosshair is accurate for the rock. Let's see it. It is accurate for the rock. I got really lucky with that one. For Winston, I don't really play Winston. I'm not sure exactly what could be good for him.
Hey, a better world is possible today.
Maybe like...
Everyone makes mistakes.
goes all the way out to there. Goddamn. So just select Winston. We're going to make it cyan for his lightning. And then just as wide as possible. Widen the center gap. Even then, it's not big enough.
It's nothing personal, I promise. I didn't see you there.
But then you also have this for the accurate shot. So we make the center a bit bigger. And that should be good.
Performance. What do we have here?
Next, for hamster. What to do for hamster?
Hey. Core temperature rising. Terminal velocity.
Major pack unlocked.
Gyroscopic harness activated. Systems operating at maximum. Watch out. Area denied. Hamster.
Quadruple kill. Double kill.
Execute maneuver 284.
Honestly, the circle works. I don't know what else to do. We don't even need the line. Just make it a dot. And that works. And then let's make it gray. Actually, orange. Orange would probably fit better, I would say. Let's make it orange. There we go.
Efficiency rating. Maximum danger. Grappled.
Alright. What is next? I think that's all the tanks. Nope, Zarya. Hmm.
We will threaten them.
Honestly? I don't really see how... I mean, I could try to connect it up to...
Do your worst. Absorbing power.
I could try to connect it, but other than that, I don't really see what I could do. Let's make it pink because it's Zarya. Actually, maybe magenta. No, pink because their laser's pink. Let's make it pink. And the best thing I can think of is we get this one. Kind of like with Sigma. We put it at 66. See how that lines up? Yep, that lines up. That lines up really well, actually. Go here. Make the center gap wider. That is basically touching. Yeah, that's perfect. No. Then change the opacity to match. Probably 50. Nope. Might actually need to make it thinner. Can't make it thinner, but can make it more opacity. 30%? Even more than that? Damn. 10%? Jesus. 5%? Yeah, that's about right. But you can barely even see it. Nope. Could make it gray to... Oh! When I increase the opacity, you can see it better. I could make it gray to match the rest of her crosshair. Yep. Then for the dot, let's make it a triangle. Nope. A cross. Nope. Keep it a ring. Oh, we can change the ring indicator. Oh, shit. Nice. Alright. Gonna take a screenshot of this bad boy. That is a magnum opus right there. Alright. Next, we move on to damage, I believe. Yep. Ugh. On run. It's definitely gonna be orange, but...
will never burn out.
Big ass fan circle. Alright, on run, let's make it orange. So let's make it fall off. And About there. Yep, that's about as much time as I want to spend on her. Next is Ash. Ash already has one, I believe. Nope. Apparently not. The Viper. So, what's the difference? So, this is Viper. And then zoomed in. What could I do for this? What I could do is I make one for both. Then I just remove stuff for the zoomed in. So make it for both. Make it red because it's Ash. Make it circle and dot. We make the crosshair length thinner. Make this about here. Change the thickness a little bit.
Busy work.
Oh, you know what I could do? I make the dot opacity smaller here, so let's make it 25% here. Actually, no, make it 100%. Then we go Viper. This is 25%. And then zoomed in, this is 25%. So it swaps. Oh my god, I love that. I actually love that so much. That is so cool. I need to send that to TMM. Hold on, I'm making a clip real quick. This is 25%. This is 20. So it swaps. Oh my god, I love that. Save that. So it swaps. Oh my god, I love that. So it swaps. Obese Delightful Fennel seems good. What is Twitch with the links, man?
Can't handle the heat. Stay out of my way.
All right.
Won't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Next is Bastion. So
There's one here.
honestly, just need one for turret form and one for tank form. And I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did with Ash for this one. So I'm going to set both. I'm going to make it a circle. And honestly, that might work. I might actually, I think that works for the bombs as well. Yep, that works. And I'm just going to do the same thing I did with Ash. So, recon. I believe this should be the accurate, so set this to 25. Then assault. Set this to 25. Very nice. Alright, next. Cast. Honestly, I think I'll just keep this as it was before. So, go to him. Set this as a dot. Because I need this to be accurate. So, set this to red. Actually, not even red, cyan. Yeah, he needs to be accurate. Echo, I already have an Echo Crosshair that I like.
Enemy spotted.
You're gonna love this.
I am always ready to
It's red with like a box on it. Doesn't even really work all that well.
All systems are optimal.
I mean, I could make it the triangle to match that, but why would I do that? It's already accurate. Why would I change it? I like what I did with it. Alright, change this to Emre. Emre, I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing with Ash that with Emre that I did with Ash, because he has a zoom in.
All on the line.
But it's still perfectly accurate with both.
Take it easy, all right?
So that's where I'm kind of confused on what to do. Because they're both perfectly accurate. There's no reason. So what I'm thinking is, what I'm going to do with him, I'm going to set this to red. Set this to circle. Then I'm going to make this as small as possible right there. Then Synthetic Burst. Zoomed in.
So you're cut out for this? Let's see how long I burn. Activating sight. It's over. I like the look of that. End of the line. Shouldn't have ended this way. They see nothing more. Not again! We weren't both going to make it.
Alright. Next hero. Freya. I'm going to do the same thing again. Because Freya has the zoom in.
I always deliver.
I think I might make it a triangle. So what I'm going to do is, for her, so she's going to have the cyan. Because she's cyan. She's going to have the circle. Going to make this a triangle. And then I'm going to use the outline instead. So, outline opacity. Zero, zero. Like that.
easy enough?
Yeah, so then just zoom this in. Up there. Actually, we could do the tri-wing. This smaller. Like this. Like that. Then rev draw crossbow. Like that. And then zoomed in. Just dot.
I'll keep this fire burning!
Yeah. Seems about right. Could try fall off. Nah. Crosshair. Just make it at a really awkward angle. Nah. Alright. Next hero, Genji. Genji is going to be fairly simple. Just spread. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a reason. Is there a way? Nope, I can't change it for Blade, so he's just going to get the good old green. And, yep. There we go. Really simple. Hanzo. I think I'm going to do something similar I did to Freya, where I'm going to make it that, and I'm going to go based off of the outline thickness instead. So we're going to make this cyan for accuracy. Thick opacity, just default. This is full. This is 0.
Honor is all I have left. Witness the flame of my soul.
I don't know why he has all that extra stuff. I don't remember that being there. Why does he have all that stuff? Just... No, just dot. Yeah. And then I'm just going to make it smaller. Actually, let's make this red. Because all the skins I use are red, so... Actually, it might be better to go with the... dark red. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this red. Make the opacity 25. There. Very nice. Next, Junkrat. Honestly, he just needs a dot. I don't really use this crosshair when aiming. I guess we could turn this 90. Leave it yellow. Make it smaller. There. fairly simple. Fucking May. Honestly, I don't even use May. The best I could do is give her something that looks like an icicle. So, fucking cyan, fall off, 0, thin, thick. There, you have an icicle. Congratulations. Congratulations, Ice Bitch, you have an icicle.
Come on, Snowball.
Fucking devil. Farah. I'm not actually sure what to do for Farah. I could make a tri-wing. Make a tri-wing. Give it heart. You know what I could do? Trying to make it look I'm trying to make the heart look like a jetpack right now. What would be best for that? Yeah, tri-wing. Thinner. There you go. That's what you get. Just make the center gap massive. So it's just... Yep, there.
From above. Double well deserved.
Honestly, make it across. There you go. That's Farah. Reaper. Honestly, not a whole lot you can do for him. Just make it a circle that matches the width of his gun. And make it red. So...
Minor perk unknown. Can't escape death.
Even then, it is absolutely abysmal how large his reticle is. Way bigger. Just outline. Let's go with the outline color. No dot. Like,
Calls.
there. That's about all I can do for him. Sojourn. For Sojourn, we're going to want one for the shooting and one for the railgun.
Stay down.
So make it... Gonna do something similar. We're gonna go Sojourn, make it circle, make it cyan, make it bigger.
Double kill. I almost feel bad. Quadruple kill.
Yep. It's about the best you can get. Honestly, not a whole lot you can do with that one. Soldier. Honestly, that works. Just make it cyan. This works. Sombra. Same deal. Make it purple. Make the center gap. Yeah, that's about the best you can do.
Catch you later.
Symmetra, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Domina. Where I'm gonna make it cyan. And then can I see the one I did for Domina again? I'm just gonna copy the stats basically. It's just take a picture of this. Let's just copy them over. All right. Tri-wing. 180. No. 1.0, 6. 0. 80%. Ring. Yep, that's it. That's the one.
From imperfection, we build a new world. You are too close. Double. Aligning sentry position.
Torbjorn. Let's make this triangle. This fall off. Set it to 0. Set its thickness a bit higher. Thin a bit. And there. There you have it. That's the Torbjorn crosshair.
Tools in hand, brain in deep. Didn't account for that double, or did you?
For Tracer, honestly, for Tracer, I'm going to keep the yellow dot. About here. Thicker.
Over here!
Yep.
Cheers, love. It's time to save the world. In tip-top shape.
Vendetta? Honestly, the sword kind of works. Just make it red and longer. Actually, you know what? For Vendetta, red, no gap, no dot, big line, thick line.
Never sorry excuse. Double. This is big performance.
There you go. Honestly, this might work as well. Nah. Give her a big line. There you go. Big line. Change hero. I have no idea what I would do for Venture. Probably green.
Let's make history.
Her melee size is ridiculous. You know what I could do? Box plus sign 45 degrees. Cyan. There you go. No, wait, green. I almost forgot. I said it would be green. There you go. Widowmaker. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna want one for zoomed in, zoomed out, just like Ash.
I aim to devastate.
So this is going to be, because it's Widowmaker and she needs to be accurate, I think the pink would be better. Maybe magenta? Yeah, magenta. Magenta is definitely better than the other. So make the center gap wider. That's about the size of the spray and pray. Yep.
Do not provoke me.
Yeah, there we go. Then we just make it 100%. Widow's Kiss, 25. Zoomed in, 25. Actually, red would match better. Okay, red. Yep. Then for Ana, we're moving on to supports. For Ana, honestly, this kind of works. I might just do the same thing where she has the zoom in, zoom out. So I'm gonna make this for Ana. Make it cyan. Maybe a tri-wing? To match up with... Oh no, a triangle. Yes, a triangle. No, wait, I make it the tri-wing. And when I do... 180 rotation. That matches up. Honestly, probably make this purple. Or dark blue. Maybe dark blue? Yeah. Then, to make it match, go with the outline thickness instead. As blue. Opacity 0. This opacity 25. And that's good.
No wonder I can't retire. That must sting.
Next is Baptiste. Honestly, the dot. Actually, let's set this to 0. Because then he has the nades.
Another day, another battlefield.
But he just needs the dot accuracy. For Brig, honestly, we're gonna do pretty much the same thing as I did with Vendetta. Thicker, a lot of line, no gap.
Please state the nature of your medical emergency. Watch out, I'm on fire! I'm getting used to this.
Actually, I think I do need the center just for her boop. So we're gonna make the Center. There. Right there. If I increase the center gap. Nah. It's better without the center gap. Ilari. Honestly, Ilari.
I carry my burdens alone. No pienso arrepentirme de nada.
She just needs the center dot. I could try to make it look like the sun, but I wouldn't be successful. Could do this. And make the crosshair length smaller. Rotate a little bit. Now it kind of looks like the sun. Jetpack cat. For jetpack cat, honestly, just because of how his projectiles work, I think the line also works here. Just make it cyan, a bit longer, and a bit thicker. Then for kicks and giggles, give him a heart. Nah, let's give him a cross. Actually, what if we just make it so... There. Just one really big line. With the center point. Actually, I think that looks pretty decent. To Juno. Juno has the same thing where you need to make it accurate. So this works. I guess her hit area is a bit wider, so we can replicate that. So we pick Juno. Make it pink because it's Juno. Make it a circle. Actually, no, just... yeah, make it a circle. Get rid of the dot. And make it wider. There we go. Yep. Actually, just tweak it a little bit right there. I think that might be perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Great. Kiriko, did I already make some for Kiriko? Nah.
Find my own path.
Her kunais have a large throwing range. I'm going to do the same thing I did with Hanzo, but make it pink. So, triangle, pink, pink, gone, just dot, outline thickness, opacity, there.
I'm on fire.
Next, Life Weaver.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
Just needs a big crosshair. Thorn Volley. Make it... actually...
Better? Sorry about that.
I like the change from yellow to pink. That's actually pretty nice. So for both, make it circle. No dot. Bigger center gap. The Thorn Volley, make it pink. For Healing Blossom, make it yellow.
Can't have it any worse. If only we could have met under different
Actually,
circumstances.
for Thorn Volley, make it magenta. There.
I have you. Some healing? Lift your friends up, I always say. Very well, Windborn. Life protects life.
Unlocked.
Certainly. My tree's gone. Find cover. Burn with me. Irrepressible. Hop on.
Lucio. Green. Sideways. Mercy. See, for Celsius staff, let's make a circle, thickness, large, large, rotate a bit, large, all the way there. Outline, pink, large, large, heart, large. There you go. And then for her pistol, give it a nice. Yeah.
An enemy here.
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
This is all you ever need to see. You don't need to see anything else. You just cover the screen.
If only you'd had more support. I'm at the height of my performance.
Like, why would you ever need anything else? It's beautiful. And beauty res right into a rocket.
Minor perk unlocked.
Mizuki.
My skills are still needed. I see an enemy.
For Mizuki,
I'll decide my own fate.
I think green should be good. Just line it up with his right there. So go with Mizuki, green, and just about there, I believe. Yep, perfect. How did I get that first try? I have no idea. I'm not gonna question it. Moira.
I'm out of there.
As Moira, do you really need a crosshair? I mean, just make the center yellow, make it a circle, get rid of that dot, big, then make the outline magenta. There. There. It's accurate for the orbs as well. Almost last. I want to make his a water droplet. That's what I want to make. So it's going to be kind of similar to May's, sadly, but it's going to be the reverse. So we're going to get the fall off. Going to put it up top. With a slight tilt. Get a bit thicker, just a tad. Just a bit smaller. Make it a bit thinner. And there.
I see a hostile.
Stylized.
You know what they say? Just go with the flow. My training's paying off. Single use.
And then for Zenyatta, I need him to be accurate. So we're actually going to turn this into a dot. And that's his. Because that's the one I've been using for him forever. And that's how it's going to stay. Perfection. Alright, that is a crosshair for every single hero. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.